India and Poland have elevated their relations to strategic partnership levels. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Polish counterpart Donald Tusk, during the recent visit, explored ways to expand cooperation in defense and security besides enhancing trade, investment and digitalisation.
AN-32s are very much dependent on whether it is the engines or whether it is the maintenance. And we have a very strong fleet of 105 AN-32s. And there was an agreement in 2009 that they will be refurbished by them and they will extend the life of the aircraft. So that is stuck and that needs to be done. Also, another very important thing is the gas turbines for Indian Navy. As you are aware, our frontline warships, all the gas turbines are from Zoria. So there is a problem for maintaining them, for their spares, and also our new ships, that is the new Grigorevich class ships. So all these things need some kind of strategic tie-up.
The Indian Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has done to India-Poland ties what others couldn't do in 4 decades. In his maiden trip to an independent Warsaw on 21st and 22nd August 2024, the two sides elevated their age-old bilateral relation to a strategic partnership. The joint statement issued by India's Ministry of External Affairs mentions a crisp 5-year action plan to implement the goals of strategic partnership. The action plan 2024-28 begins with a mechanism to regulate an annual political dialogue at the Deputy Foreign Minister's level and strengthen security and defense cooperation to promote industry-level contact and modernization of military equipment. The joint working groups for defense cooperation, formed in 2003 but lying dormant for few years, have been revived immediately. The next round will take place in 2024 itself. While the action plan also mentions other aspects of relationship, defense cooperation is likely to be the mainstay. This type of partnership can be divided in 2 parts: defense industry cooperation and joint exercises. Both together complement the defense and security domain. Thus, India's Ministry of Defence's decision to open new defense wing in Poland last year with a brigadier rank officer to oversee various aspects of cooperation has worked in the best interest of both the sides. It reiterates the impact of timely decisions in harnessing the true potential of a bilateral relationship. Mr. Narendra Modi became first India's Prime Minister to visit Ukraine since its independence in 1991. This came amid escalating global tensions and ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Mr. Modi's visit signaled India's evolving role on the world stage. I am being joined by 2 senior journalists, Neeraj Rajput and Pranay Upadhyay. Both of them have covered Ukraine war up close from the ground zero itself. Going to Neeraj first. How do you see Indian Prime Minister's visit to Ukraine?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Ukraine is strategically important in the sense that it can lead to a path to peaceful conclusion of Russia-Ukraine war, which has been on since past 2.5 years. PM Modi is among the few head of the states who have travelled to both Moscow and Kyiv since the war had started in February 2022, and also more so in recent months. While India has not openly criticized Russia for invading Ukraine, which Moscow call it special military operations, even then PM Modi was the first head of the state to tell Russian President Putin on his face that this era is not of war. Also sitting in Kremlin last month when PM Modi had visited Moscow, he had openly said that his heart goes out for children killed in hospital in Kyiv during the attack. So Ukraine, which was hesitant in talking to India in the initial months of war, keeping in view that New Delhi's close proximity to Moscow, and also because India has a strategic relations with Russia, has now realized that even after close ties between India and Russia and Prime Minister Modi and Putin, India had participated in a peace summit for Ukraine in Switzerland in the month of June. Zelensky, who is generally seen as aggressive and hawkish, maybe because he has been in war, his country is in war since past 2.5 years, found a shoulder in the form of PM Modi, where he could rest for a few moments. We saw that kind of powerful images and videos which had emerged from Kyiv.
Yes, Neeraj, definitely those images were extremely powerful. With this, Pranay, I come to you. In a span of just 6 weeks, a lot has changed. Indian Prime Minister visiting Russia, then now to Poland and Ukraine, and concurrently Indian Defence Minister was in the United States. So how would you define Indian diplomacy at this moment?
I think Nataraja is not only symbol of our culture and our value system, but it also symbolizes our diplomacy. And if you see how Indian diplomacy is trying to balance both the parties, both the sides, and can strike a balance of relationship with, be it Russia and Ukraine, be it Palestine and Israel, and any conflict. If you see both Iran and United States, we have seen that how India struck a balance between and balanced the relationship, its engagement with both the parties, and can strive and can thrive. If you see Russia and United States, they might be fighting, they might be not engaging with each other, but they are actively engaging with India. And if you see these kind of engagement, and that is the beauty of the relationship and how India manages its diplomacy and relationship, that on one side, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was traveling to Ukraine, expressing solidarity, while we were engaging with Russia as well, on the other side, we are engaging with the United States. We are balancing the power game, and we have found our unique position, or maybe you can call it as a sweet spot, where everyone want to engage with us, where everyone want to talk to us, and everyone sees a possibility and a potential of collaboration with India.